KidSuper, also known as Colm Dillane, is a notable figure in the fashion industry, known for his brand, KidSuper. He gained prominence for his unconventional approach to design, blending streetwear aesthetics with high-end fashion elements to create unique and vibrant collections. Originally from Brooklyn, New York, KidSuper's journey in the fashion world began with his handcrafted clothing and accessories, which he sold on the streets of New York City. His distinctive style quickly garnered attention, leading to collaborations with major brands and artists.
Putting myself in positions that you have to act, things are gonna happen, you have to come up with a solution, really helps me come up with good ideas. And that's what I love about fashion shows, is because every 6 months, there's a deadline, there's a minute, you have to execute, you have to have something. It pushes you to create.
His designs are characterized by their playful yet edgy aesthetics, often featuring bold colors, intricate pattern, and eclectic embellishments. He is celebrated for his ability to seamlessly blend various cultural influences into his creations, reflecting his diverse upbringing and experiences. Beyond his fashion label, KidSuper is also known for his creative ventures in music, art, and film, showcasing his multidisciplinary talents and boundless creativity. His clothes have been worn by a number of artists and celebrities such as Bad Bunny, Young Thug, and J Balvin, to name a few. He continues to push the boundaries of fashion with each collection, cementing his status as a true visionary within the industry. Dillane was born and raised in New York City. His parents are of Irish and Spanish origins who worked as street vendors selling various goods, which is where Dillane picked up on his entrepreneurial spirit. He moved around a bit as a kid, living in Mexico for about a year and then to Wisconsin before settling back in NYC around the 8th grade. He attended Brooklyn Technical High School and while there formed a group alongside 8 of his friends where they would start making clothes together. But after some time, Dillane eventually split off on his own and continued making shirts, trying to sell them to whoever he could. One of his first big looks came when he was around 18. Dillane was a huge fan of Mac Miller, who was around the same age as him, and he began adding all of Miller's friends on Facebook and hit him up and reached out to them, seeing if Miller would be interested in wearing one of his shirts.
Messaged Mac Miller's friend on big fan of Mac Miller, big fan of everything that's going on. Like, I think you guys will like this tie-dye shirt, because Mac Miller and everybody was wearing tie-dye. And I had made it like strictly for this reason. And he responded on Facebook and was like, yeah, like these are fire, like send us a box. And I was like, well, I'm actually in New York City. If you're ever around, come by. Because I knew like meeting me and understanding me and the brand was like 90% of the brand. The clothing was whatever. They got sent boxes of clothing all the time. So I was like, we need to meet. And that was like the power of New York City, because everybody sometimes comes here.
Yep.
So, and he responded like, yo, we're in New York City now. Like, here's the address, pull up.
They hit him up while in NYC, and Dillane brought them some clothes, to which Mac immediately tried on and wore in various photo shoots. In fact, he wore his custom hat with a floral brim in an image used by Billboard, which was shown on iTunes for many to see, although the logo wasn't totally visible. But nonetheless, it served as a W for the young designer. Dillane would go on to attend NYU, where he achieved a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics and also played on the men's soccer team. While there, he'd get into trouble for spray painting his dorm room and turning it into a store around his junior year. An idea that would eventually come to life later down the line. He continued to sell t-shirts and had some local New York artists wearing his apparel, including rap groups The Underachievers and Pro Era back in 2012. While still in college, Dillane began searching for a space where he could go all out with his creative ideas, and that's when he found an old rundown place in the Williamsburg area in Brooklyn on Broadway Avenue and turned it into a multi-purpose space, which he would end up naming KidSuper Studios. The idea behind the brand is that it's essentially supposed to represent an exaggerated version of his childlike personality. The store quickly became a 2010s version of Andy Warhol's factory. He bought sewing machines, backdrops, and even built a full recording studio in the basement.
I spent the next like 3 months probably building out the whole space. So I built a recording studio in the basement. I turfed the backyard. I built like a photo studio. I got a sewing machine and everything. So the space now became a space where other creatives could come and work out of. And that was at the end of the day, that was kind of the goal of the whole space.
Just a few months later, Dillane met rapper Russ through a friend and invited him to the studio, where he would go on to stay about 4 or 5 months at a time, recording his debut album, There's Really a Wolf. Roughly 4 or 5 of those songs were recorded in that basement, and the project eventually went platinum.
Yo, I'm back in fucking KidSuper in the basement. Yo, this was what trying to get on looked like. You feel me? Hold on. This was it. This is where I made Cherry Hill pull the trigger. Wow. This is the fucking... It's dark in here, but that's the boot. Cherry Hill, Willy Wonka, pull the trigger. This... I used to sleep on this fucking couch for months. This is the room I did so much shit in. He's lying.
KidSuper Records official.
He's trying to convince me to wear these trucker hats. I can't lie, I look amazing in it. And this shirt, shout out KidSuper.
You didn't at me in the other videos? Come on! Try to get my followers up. Try to get fucking hot.
Yo, everyone follow KidSuper. This is the originator of fly shit. You feel?
Dillane assisted in doing cover art for the project as well as claymations for his song Cherry Hill. This opened a ton of doors for him as he would go on to do a number of adverts and solo shows afterward, but it was in 2019 where he would get his first real breakthrough. His Bull in a China Shop collection was accepted to be a part of Paris Fashion Week, and the young designer knew he wanted to make a splash. Inspired by his Spanish roots, Dillane did just that as he was named the breakout surprise of the Paris menswear show by Vogue. From here, the brand completely exploded in popularity. He would go on to make merch for pop stars such as Ed Sheeran and Shawn Mendes and collaborate with major powerhouses such as Puma and LVMH. Just last year in early 2023, it was announced that he would be the creative director for the Fall/Winter 2023 menswear collection for Louis Vuitton, stepping into huge shoes after the late Virgil Abloh. The show featured a performance by Spanish pop star Rosalía and appeared to be a success overall. Just a couple days after the Louis Vuitton show, he presented his show for KidSuper, and it was pretty unique to say the least. Instead of a traditional fashion show, he opted to host a comedy show with the comedians sporting pieces from the collection. The show's lineup included comics like Tyra Banks, Andrew Schultz, Theo Von, Jeff Ross, Andrew Santino, and many more.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I'm happy to be here tonight, so I'll say it. I will say it. God, dude, the fucking French, man. People are rude in France, man. I said hello to a guy, he said no. So, who wants one of these handbags? You want one? Oh God, baby. There you go, buttercup.
From the bustling streets of Brooklyn to the global stage of high fashion, Dillane's story is a testament to the power of passion, perseverance, and unyielding creativity. His designs, vibrant and eclectic, mirror the rich tapestry of his own experiences, seamlessly blending streetwear with couture to create something truly extraordinary. But beyond the realm of fashion, Dillane's influence knows no bounds. As a musician, artist, and storyteller, he continues to push the boundaries of creativity, inspiring countless others to embrace their own unique voice and pursue their dreams with unwavering determination.